Yo, JPU, Jamaica politics uncovered. This one for the queen of truth, Natalie. Natalie, you are one of the best. No test, JPU channel, pass the truth quest. Them are right facts, you tear down the wall. Bringing info to the people, big up for all. From parliament floor to country lane, JPU show the game. No stain. We love you, Natalie. Best YouTube channel, JPU, one fast. Check JPU, one true. Check who they live for you. Come check the channel, people them voice. Watch how you dissect the political scene. Clean information, no in between. We salute your hustle, your passion, your might. JPU shining light on the darkest night. Don't make them distract you, stay firm and true. You all of Jamaica, big up you. We love you. Best YouTube channel, JPU, one fast. Check JPU, one true. Check who they live for you. Come check the channel, people them voice.
Beats him as in horns echo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Guys, tonight I'm going to be talking with a special guest. He's been over here before. He's back after the election to give us some insights on what he thinks will happen with the future of the PNP after another election defeat. But before I go there, guys, let me just big up you all in the chat. Make sure the moderator is here. And I also have a video that I want to show you guys of something that the Prime Minister said, which I think is important. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining. Make sure that you hit the like button, guys, and make sure that you share the live with somebody. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. If you are brand new here, welcome. So, guys, you know how we've been talking over here about what we expect, the parliament to be, and how at least I expect the opposition to go in there and carry on, because I already see that they're trying to pretend as if they are the government. This is funny. They think that they won the election, and because they have 28 seats, they have not gotten the majority, but they are already speaking as if or behaving as if they are the government. So that kind of sets a tone, in my view, for their behavior. So, we were kind of saying, we're not expecting a nice parliament or a parliament where people are going to go there and discuss the country's business. We're going to expect political theater every day, and it's going to be disgraceful. Well, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Holness, had this to say at the first sitting of the parliament since the general election. Have a listen, guys.
Madam Speaker, debate at its noblest is not combat. I will repeat that for some members here to ruminate on. Debate at its noblest is not combat. It's not fighting, but dialogue of conviction, where truth is tested, yes, but not trampled. And persuasion is achieved through reason rather than rancor. If we lose civility, we lose the very essence of our democracy. For cooperation is not weakness, but wisdom. And respect across the aisle does not diminish one's position. It elevates the dignity of this House. Let us remember, the people did not send us here to perform discord, but to deliberate on their behalf with clarity of mind and charity of spirit. My fellow Jamaicans, my colleagues in the House, we are a people small in number, but tall in influence, rich in culture, and boundless in potential. Let us not be paralyzed by doubt, distracted by cynicism, or divided by partisanship. Let us instead seize the horizon before us with faith, vision, discipline, hard work, and continued prayers. May God bless you all. May God bless this honorable House. And may God bless Jamaica, land we love.
Yes, guys. So that was the Prime Minister speaking with the Parliament about conduct. And it's the same concern that we've had. So we will see if the other side and maybe it's even some among the JLP are taking into consideration that we have people watching the Parliament who are expecting to see the MPs doing their job, not cursing at each other, not throwing words, not behaving like agang goats, because there's some agang goat over the opposition side, yes. And that's not what we want to see. So we will see what happens, but that needed to be said, and I'm glad the Prime Minister said it. So I hope everybody is here. Good night, guys. Good night. Welcome. Let me just go ahead and call up our guest. We have a guest over here tonight. He's a former comrade, and he has a few words about, what he thinks about the PNP following their election defeat. Guys, where that parliamentary sitting is concerned, I posted a video this morning with both the opposition and the Prime Minister's speech. So if you want to check that out later, it is there. Where this interview is concerned now, remember I explained recently that the last 10 years, PNP cannot seem to win an election, whether it be by-election, local election, general election. It's just been defeat after defeat after defeat. So he has some insights, guys, and I think, it would be good for him to come back over here and talk with us after the general election. So let me go ahead and call him up. In the meantime, if you have not given the video a thumbs up, please do so. And if you want to share it with somebody, I would appreciate that too. Let's see. Here you go. Hey, welcome. You're live.
Okay, good night.
Yes, how are you?
First and foremost, I must say welcome to your listeners, especially your subscribers.
Yes.
And congratulate the Prime Minister for a wonderful victory that allowed Jamaicans in diaspora to keep their pride.
Yes, thank you.
I think that's one of the most important victories in any election that I witnessed.
Oh, yes.
For the past 6 years.
Yeah. For the past 6 years?
50 years.
Oh, 50 years. I'm sorry. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I talked to you over here.
Important.
Yes, so I talked to you over a year before the election. And you were saying that you think that the government would win the election. That's as much as I remember you said. So they did.
Oh, yeah.
And you're back.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you're gonna give us some insights tonight about where you think the future of the PNP lies after another defeat, and the fact that the PNP just cannot seem to win an election, local by-election, general election.
Yes, and I am looking 10 years ahead. I am not seeing a PNP winning an election under the Mark Olin Rises movement.
In the next 10 years?
It's going to be the next 10 years.
Okay.
If all the Prime Minister needs to do is to really deliver now. If he deliver on his promises, increase the minimum wages over the next 5 years, put water into every household, that's still next 10 years for them and beyond.
Okay.
Right. Today, looking at the PNP, today the PNP is history.
Tell the people them again. How long you were a member of the PNP?
For the better part of 50 years.
Okay.
From I was a youth, a young youth. I used to follow Michael Manley all over the place. My parents was really upset, but I went to all his meetings. And the last meeting I went with Michael Manley was in Arbitrary, when he told the massive of the people that he's going to continue on Siaga program, but it's hardship on top of hardship. And that's where he ended.
Okay. So why were your parents vexed?
Huh?
Why you say your parents were vexed?
Well, I tell you something, my siblings and my parents come from a diet to the labor right.
Oh, okay.
Guys, my aunt was rich. My family was rich people. Father and my grandmother and her daughter, all them say labor, but I don't know. I was like the only person that say PNP in the family. And sometimes I put myself in problem because the way that these people take their politics so seriously, I don't guarantee to get dinner if I mention PNP.
Okay.
So, but I was very fascinated about Norman Manley and Michael Manley. So at that time, I could not say labor. I could not say labor, and based on what Michael Manley came with during the 70s, come on, man, it's magical.
Okay, so you're saying that the PNP has nowhere going in the next 10 years if the government of the day do what they're supposed to do. And under
Exactly.
Mark Golding's leadership, you don't think that the PNP has anywhere going. So suppose the PNP
nowhere going.
Yes, so suppose the PNP them now, let's say within the next year, take out Mark Golding since him lose the election and put somebody else there as leader. What do you think will happen?
Well, we think about that, you understand? But in reality, there's nobody else to replace him as we speak.
Out of the 28?
Huh?
Out of the 28? 27?
Who you gonna put? All right, the people in that was in a strong could replace him. All them political career is tarnished. The Ian Hills, the Julia Robertson, the Satan Campbell, the Peter Bunting, and in addition to that, they're not gonna allow a Damian Crawford to become party leader because he was not part of their original scheme. You understand? He's only there because of his talent.
And which is what?
He's a good spokesman.
Oh, okay, as a spokesman. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So you can look on a Dayton Campbell. What a Damian Crawford, sorry. Damian Crawford. But what you understand, about the PNP, is that too many leaders was wasted.
Wow.
Because PJ Patterson wanted was to get rid of them as quick as possible, especially Portia Simpson. They wanted was to see the back of Portia Simpson as quick as possible, so they could launch their Risers movement. You understand? And in result of that, the Portia Simpson should have done is a 3-term prime minister. In my book, Peter Phillips would have done a public 8 years or 7 and step down and open back the door for Lisa Anna. Because what happened is that Portia Simpson prepared Lisa Anna, for eventuality, What Portia Simpson did was to give Lisa Anna the portfolio of youth and culture. So she was able to meet all the children them at a tender age as a politician and also as a Miss World that left back in every child that she met through those years. Ready to vote for her whenever she emerged as party leader. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you something, the PNP get it, that is the easiest setup the PNP could have gotten, and ignore it. They ignore so many things. And you see the Prime Minister, you have to give him credit, because nobody out of the PNP, nobody out of the risers acknowledge what Portia Simpson and Dr. Peter Phillips did between 2012 and 2016, And the Prime Minister start acknowledging it, When they start acknowledging it, is when is 2023, 24.
Mm-hmm.
They start talk about it, but before between 2012 and 2023, before that, nobody mentioned it from the risers.
Mm-hmm.
They make it look like nothing at all. You understand? I must tell you something too, is that to say, PJ Patterson is the greatest political criminal on this side of the world,
Oh,
and
yes.
also on the other side. And the reason why I say that, when Peter Phillips, challenged Portia Simpson, what happened there, is that he opened the door, for the risers to launch, to be successful, because he divided the PNP at that time, because his loyalists against Portia Simpson loyalists, and Portia Simpson is at 80 to 20, percent.
When did you realize that PJ was problematic?
Well, I've been watching him right throughout his career.
Mm-hmm.
From the sugar, from Iran issue from in the 70s, then the Shell Weaver scandal, and I realized when he created Deering, Bunting and Golin, 1992, the very same year he became Prime Minister, I realized that he was copying Edward Seaga concept.
Which is?
And you realize that as 2006, when he stepped down, they buried back Deering, Bunting and Golin. They sold it to Scotiabank.
Yes. So
Right?
you say that the PNP, the future of the PNP for the next 10 years, what am I gonna do if it is true, or if it turns out that way as well you say, that them are gonna be in the wilderness for another 10 years, what will happen within the party between that time? I mean, do you think that they've just accepted at this point that they're gonna be in opposition a long time for the fact that they haven't moved Mark Golding yet as somebody who lose?
Well, I have to mention this. The fact of the matter is, the last election, everybody come out of that election a winner.
Oh.
Every single person come out of that election a winner. And I can walk you through the reality. PJ Patterson achieved his objective to mash up the PNP in its entirety. That was successfully done. Mark Golding won back the 14 seats. 14 seats that he won back, 13 out of it is 13 seats that he sabotaged during the 2020 general election. Him winning back those 14 seats, also 13 seats, him automatically become a king among the Rise United, because all of those MPs answer to him. Fine? Plus, he had Risers MP that won in the 2020 general election. You understand what I'm saying? So is the percentage of the risers now in the PNP is very strong. It's at 95%.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we could easily say 100 because where the PNP is today, how they're operating, nobody can trust anybody.
Lord
So we
Jesus.
don't know who is who.
Dog
But
eat dog.
what we are certain about is that, sorry about that. What we are certain about is that the 40 new MP that came in.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Right.
I don't know
We
if
know
them
that
knew
they
because
answered.
yeah, some of them were come back. So I don't know if they knew, they call them new.
Well, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. But because they lost because they lost the seat in 2020, deliberately.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, the risers, they are not difficult to figure out. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You see, all of who came back
Mm-hmm.
in 2025, you know that is risers them.
Mm-hmm.
All of who lost their seat and came back is risers.
Okay.
And that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Some of them was promised that they would come back. And he went against his word, that is a Mark Bolin. You understand? That's what he's great for. He's popular to mislead people.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like, all right, let us look into Westmoreland first. Westmoreland, Buchanan, Luther Buchanan.
Mm-hmm.
He was promised back his seat. But PJ Patterson insists that he have to give his prize bowler, Satan Campbell, that seat. Because Satan Campbell was systematically placed beside Lisa Anna to get at her, to dismantle, to destabilize that constituency.
Mm.
And when the job was, when they realized that they cannot handle Lisa Anna, because you have to give Lisa Anna credit to the boss.
Mm-hmm.
The person who they pay to dethrone her in 2020, is now a part of the Rise United.
Mm-hmm.
But you see what really happened with Jamaica now? Jamaica have a serious problem, and it have to be fixed. Too many people is left far behind in the know, not knowing. The calculation of the people is bad. When they come out and attacking us, they have no idea that they are attacking. It will affect their great-grandchildren now.
Mm-hmm.
Because when politicians realize that the massive of the people have no sense now, you think we benefit?
Mm-hmm.
They are the one that benefit in the final analysis. But they don't even know that. They come out on Facebook on a day-to-day basis, exercising arrogance. They are not in the know, and they know that they are not in the know, because people must know their limitation.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody must know their limitation, what they are capable of. Fine?
Mm-hmm.
And what, you understand what I'm saying? They must know, and they are coming out on Facebook not knowing what is really going on. They can't even feel it. That means all of them senses, either they sold it to the devil, or they deliberately don't want to learn anything at all, because you must feel what is going on,
So
around you, You must can feel it,
So
if you are following a movement for most of your lifetime, you're not talking about the young.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the young people must see their parents then was enthusiastic back in the days. And you see, everybody just apart. And you can't take yourself to something most wrong. You see the slogan what the Jamaica and what the people, the risers use going into the general election, you know, is that mob bowling unite the PNP, you know. And they are lying. Because 17%.
You don't think some mob bowling reunite the people?
No, but the result, listen, how can you unite a movement and in the final analysis, only 17% of the voting public come out and vote for you? 70%, you know. I look over 17%, you know.
So you are an ex-comrade, and you, for the people who just are joining right now, you have been a part of the PNP organization now for the better part of about 50 years. So you're saying that you, like me, you did not want to see this PNP form the next government, right?
The rise that form the next government.
You never want to see the rise as them form the next government. You are content.
No, if that was the case, let's also connect the case. All right. The first in our history, political history, we have seen a party leader spend so much money to elevate himself to that position.
Lord jeez.
You think he did that? You think he did that with the intention not to take back his money and take back 40 times what he spent?
Or am I going to take back your money?
Well, if it was a situation in which they won.
Oh. I guess so.
His partner in crime, Peter Bunting, will become finance minister. And he become prime minister. And they would milk the economy. That is the intention, you know. You remember that these guys are bankers, you know. They know nothing about politics, you know. But because they see what they achieved on the PJ Patterson government, they knew for a fact that they can achieve even more. And that's why they spend that amount of money. Look at Satan Campbell. Satan Campbell is the first politician, you know, that we know, you know, that openly promote vote buying, you know.
Yes, that's true.
And you have a tape, you know. So if you care to play the tape and make the listeners them can hear what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, it is so sad. It is sad, you know. When a politician, you know, buy you to vote for them, you know. They don't care for you for the next 5 years, you know. Because I buy them, I pay them, pay you, you know.
Hold on a second. Let me just play this for the audience, for those who have not heard it. Hold on just a second.
Okay. You go there, you know, everybody asks about money. Look here. On election day, when you go there, you know, everybody asks about money. Look here. And some people right just in my room now. I go want money if you vote this everything. On election day, when you go there.
Why? The first me ever hear it. If anybody I buy vote, them I go hide and buy it. But them had no shame about it. And, you know, now to see that they're accusing people of vote buying because they lost the election. What do you think about their reaction after the election defeat?
I saw a loser. You understand? Because what really happened is that they were planning to you see, all we see supported the Rise United or Mark Olin. They did that for a reason, you know.
Okay.
And it's personal reason, you know. To get rich and leave everybody around them behind. You see, if you notice, most of them profile, they came without face on their profile.
You mean the one? You mean the social media users?
The social media, yeah, exactly. On Facebook, if you notice, all of the Jamaica, the PNP, the risers bloggers, they came without in the face. All of them came without in the face. Most of them came without in the face.
I remember.
And when I started looking out and say, why, I do not answer to people who do not have in the face. Because it's only a dumpy do have in the face, which is true. You understand? Now them have a new system with them use now. Them lock them profile. They will show. No, he said I'm a keen observer. You know. So anything anybody do, within a second I'll figure it out. You see, if I don't figure it out right away, when I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, everything is going to come to me crystal clear. You see, I tell you how the world operates. A person will stand up beside you, and something unfold in front of both of you. And I say the conclusion that you arrive at,
Mm-hmm.
the next person beside you, arrive at a different conclusion. And the reason for that is that you see your wavelength that you are on,
Mm-hmm.
that person that is so close to you, is not on that wavelength. It's like surfing. When you surf, that wave that you're surfing on, the next person beside you not surfing on that same wave. So you have to understand. You understand? My problem today is that too many people in Jamaica is not in the know.
You think so?
Is not in the know. Yeah, listen. I think you see, Jamaica is lucky to have good leaders. Fine?
Okay.
But there's always something, some element that come and derail the good programs. Fine? All right. Let us look at the 70s, because we can't talk about what happened between 62 and 72. You understand? Because at that time, 95% of the population was illiterate. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Mann, the government needed at least 20 to 25 years, to weed out illiteracy out of the country,
Yes.
in its entirety,
Yes.
His program was cut short because 8 years is not enough. Fine? And the CIA, Central Intelligence Agent, is responsible for that in America. And up to today, they don't even try to correct. There's so many people who's left so far behind, boss man. A country, listen up. It's a great countries. Everybody move forward together. Like great first world countries, everybody move forward together. High percentage of the people that move forward. Unless a person is a cokehead or pick up some bad habits. You understand? And he's left behind.
Mm-hmm.
And that normally a small percentage of the population. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But in order for a nation to develop, fine, a high percentage of the people have to be moving together all at once. You can't leave people behind.
True.
That is not all right. Look at the International Monetary Fund. The International Monetary Fund came into existence to aid the countries who were badly damaged after World War II. Japan was one such country. The money that the International Monetary Fund gave to the Japanese, they used that money to educate and motivate their inhabitants. At one point, they were the richest country in terms of trade.
So what do you think about the people who are following these political parties in Jamaica today in terms of illiteracy or, understanding?
All right. What we can say for a fact that more people can read and write today than 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that they are functionally illiterate. What I'm saying to you is that this is a wall. They know that it's a wall, but what make it up, they don't know, and they don't care to know. That is a problem. Sis, the problem that we are facing in Jamaica, is the same problem Marcus Garvey, Paul Bogle, George William Garden, Norman Manley, and every civil rights leader faces. back in the when the illiteracy, a dangerous thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's true, man.
A wicked thing in the boss, man. Look, all right, listen. Look how PJ Patterson easily clear the PNP. Easily. What he did, you know, is to use, when he divide them, you see the division 2008 presidential order,
Mm-hmm.
he knew that, you know, for him to be successful, you know, he have to create a division, you know. So him can use now Peter Phillips, loyalists,
Oops, I think we're reconnecting here. We're reconnecting. Sorry about that, guys. We lost him, but I think he will call back. Hey, the powers that be, Lyman Digicel, you know, so on a worthless though. Why we can't drive around to Jamaica and make a phone call or a WhatsApp call and everything all right? Eh? No, man. No, we need justice, man. We need justice. Them two companies here in Jamaica, them do not one time it come on to improving the internet connection and service across the country. I want me so. Is want me so. Guys, let me know if I lie me I tell. Or I just wish part me did go. This can't be right, man. Hello, good night.
we get cut off a while ago.
Yes, sorry about that. Continue where you left off.
Okay. Yes. Peter Phillips, loyalists, them did not go out and support Dr. Portia Phillips. So that make the PJ Patterson a winner there.
Mm.
Then now, when Peter Phillips became leader of the People National Party, Portia Simpson, loyalists did not went out to support Dr. Peter Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
So he divide and rule. A divide and rule, you know, because the only way he can be successful, you know, is to divide the PNP. You remember, say a united PNP, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody could penetrate them, you know, a united PNP, you know. And that's the reason, one of the reasons why PJ Patterson started dividing them in a four from the moment he stepped down. Very dangerous individual. Very, very dangerous.
So we have to say about you've been following, you know, people like me and Karen and so forth, and yesterday outcome and everything. Because the people them want to kill me, you know. They must say, boy, you know, them got the ceremony at the prime minister and appear things that them unhinged.
No, man, the best. Listen, man, the same. Listen. You see the resistance?
Mm-hmm.
Will go down in history, you know.
I will go put it down there now.
History, listen, everything recorded history, you know. Everything recorded, you know. And the beauty about the resistance, they are on the right side of history.
Mm-hmm.
They are on the right side of history, you know. You must always remember that, you know. Right? And the resistance, save Jamaica, you know. The only thing is that they tried pretty hard, just like the Jamaican Labour Party voters. They try hard to save the PNP, you know, and fall short. I try to remember that, you know. They try hard, you know. But the resistance put out everything in the bus to save the movement, you know. But it gone now. The only reason why Mark Bolin did not announce or change the name in his last press conference, you know, is because they lost the election.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to use the PNP brand in order to take them where they want to go.
So with all of the money now, coming to hear about the money argument, the 1.4 billion, how much money?
1.4 billion.
1.4 billion, which they used to help get back a few of the seats that they sabotage. So, me don't know if the people them whether give them the money never did consider, us out here, trying to educate the people and tell them what's going on and trying to be the vanguards of truth, right? If they thought that the money was bigger than the truth, kind of thing. Because sometimes that can't work too.
No, listen to me. I repeatedly say that the resistance is the greatest political analyst and movement Jamaica have seen. And why I say that is that what they did in the 2025 general election, the recent control election, is to accomplish their goal without it cost them a dime. And the only person that can do that did that in our history is a Michael Manley and a Portia Simpson Miller. They gain all what they need to gain without spending a dime. Mm-hmm. That is people power.
Yes, yes indeed.
That is people power. These people, listen, you, Karen Cross, Princess, the Madlock in Jamaica,
411, yeah. Mm-hmm.
411, and all the risers, all the resistance must be commended. Mm-hmm. Must be praised for the work. I see what's working on. People this way every day, People do all kind of things to us, boss man. You think I eat it? You think it easy? Listen, my boss man. When Mark Golan and Peter Bontin and Dayton Campbell and PJ Patterson Lego, him arrogant set of people on social media. You think it's anything normal?
They said the sacrifice was huge.
Yeah, that's the boss man. And it's not normal. It wasn't anything normal. It was normal enough. And the bottom line is that we are trying to save them and they don't know. They don't know. How can a country like this save? How can a country like this save? Fine? Mm-hmm. What Mark Golan is doing for them? Whatever, when somebody tell you to do something, and they are not setting you for life, it makes no sense, It meant that you have to be depending on them every time, and that is wrong. All right, you have bloggers, them bloggers where them give 100,000 a month. You understand? Mm-hmm. You can't say you can't upset them bloggers because I eat them food.
Yes, that's true.
You understand? But me, I want to take it. Because I believe in a moral principle in a boss man. It's a principle and money. It's a tool. I grew up, come see my people, family with money. Mm-hmm. I don't rush money in a boss man. Money means nothing to me, And people I love, Because that is more important, Boss man, I'm going to pass with the car, and see you never going to see him direction, And don't pick you up. You have to have somebody who know you, You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if him pass and go wind up in a light post, and you see him enough to go help him and carry him to any man boss one. These things people don't even know, You have to love people, over money, Money can't take it to the hospital, And people have to help him carry there, Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Look at Mark Golan now. Mark Golan is suffering from gross superiority complex,
We say gross.
And gross in superiority complex.
Wow.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Him believe that rules do not go for him. Mm-hmm. Him can't do anything. But you have to just study his pattern.
Somebody.
Look at
Somebody said this to me today, and I don't know if you have any insight on it, but one good friend of mine said, "Oh, comes Mark Golding, being leader of the opposition and president of the PNP. You have not seen any family member of his coming to embrace him or stand with him, like his sister who lives in Trinidad, or his mother who was alive at the time, or his family who are in Europe. None of them came and stood by and with him, in this
All right.
great adventure that he's on as leader of opposition, major political party, and president of the PNP. You have anything?
Well, the fact of the matter is that to say, he's not on a great adventure. No. He's on a deceptive adventure
Oh.
to deceive people.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So all who are around him knew that, and him himself know that.
So you think of that make them not come around?
And probably him don't want them around because he don't want to put them at risk. Because let me tell you something, is that to say, what PJ Patterson and Mark Golding is doing to the People National Party, in reality, is a great risk of them around, because suppose the uninformed wake up one morning and become well aware.
Mm-hmm.
And them have to walk in at the people there. We just get corrupt on them and say, listen. So listen, I'm telling you, there's a next episode that we are waiting to see, And it's the delegates them to come out and talk, Because they must come out and talk the truth at some point, The reason why they don't do that yet is because they have no idea that they lost their power and they are not important anymore.
Oh.
They don't know that yet.
Maybe if them get ignorant and say Golding for go on because he lose, and if him put up a fight, maybe at that point they will come out and talk.
No, listen, they don't have that power again. They sold that power to the devil.
Explain to the people. Explain to the people on the chat.
What I mean?
Explain to the people on the chat why and how they've lost their power.
Okay. In 2020, back in 2020, when Mark Golding buy them to vote for him, along with promises, what he's going to do, right? Most of them get 15,000. And the moment that Mark Golding won the presidential runoff against Lisa Anne, he takes his own time and disregard him. First move on his chessboard after that is to change the constitution of the 80, at the time what it is 86 year old now, but at the time it was about 82 year old party.
Mm-hmm.
He changed it from the delegates could vote for a leader every 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, Lawrence Rowe came out and told us that he was the architect of that.
Mm-hmm.
He came out and said that to me. And, sir, Lawrence will start talking to me.
Oh, yeah, say. Where's the Lawrence have more to say?
Lawrence Rowe have more to say. And I'm based on the fact that because he was so deeply involved, he was like them price bull.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like him can't say much. You understand? Because he was the one that do most of the damage.
Lord God.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
All right. Look on his constituency that Mr. William retained.
Mm-hmm.
Ask yourself a simple question. If he had gotten the the go ahead to run for the seat. You think he would have won?
Oh,
No
Lawrence?
answer. Let me answer. Yeah,
Okay, you answer.
I want the answer. Yeah, he wouldn't have won it.
Okay.
Simple because the people in the constituency knew what went down in 2020.
Oh, so you think the thing that backfire upon Lawrence like what backfire upon Martin?
It would have backfired. Listen, remember, he have his loyalists in the constituency, because they gave him money to keep treat and do this and do that and whatever. He was the man. You understand? But the sabotage operation against Imani Duncan, because let me tell you something, Imani Duncan, Jamaica need to go and look on her resume, Imani Duncan are the brightest lady on this side of the world, easily, Just go and look on her resume. Just go and look on her resume.
So look here now. With the 28 people that were in the parliament on the opposition side, let us say for argument's sake, they made have 14 and them supposed to be more optimistic now and closer to forming a government with the 28 where they have now. Are you telling me?
No, listen, that 28, listen to what I'm saying. That 28, seat that they have, is not guaranteed in the next general elections of 2030.
Well, they would argue that the 14 was guaranteed.
No. Well, what really happened is that, I wrote an article that I can't find the article. I don't know why. I can't find the article. I will look for the article. That I already anticipate and predict what would happen when they pick up these seats. I did not know how many seats they would have picked up, but I knew that they would gain some seats. And simply because going into the 25 general election, you do not have anybody paying people not to vote PNP. You understand that? So they have that edge going into the election. They don't have nobody to pay people not to vote. So more or less, we knew that they would have gained back those safe PNP seats, because all of those seats are safe PNP seats. I think it's only one of them is that a safe PNP out of the 14. You understand what I'm saying? And you can also safely say that PJ Patterson control the remote for Westmoreland. So he determine when them to lose and win. And that's one of the reasons why.
So what do you think about the labor right base in the parish? The labor rights them not have no base, or them not build no base down there.
All right. Let's do this game. And I also share this along them. Around about 2017, I have a girlfriend that lived in Savannah, Ricketts Street. Where you say ping, you're going in the bicycle shop right before you reach her house. She's a deceased now. She's a labor right. She live in Europe. She live in a boat. Whole of a European because she speak about 5 different languages. Because she was one of the interpreter for Shokako before she died. And she told me that the PNP is going to lose all seat in Westmoreland. Westmoreland is going totally green. Listen, we respect each other so much, regardless of our political procedure. So I know for a fact that And she also knows for a fact that I'm not going to lie. Whatever I tell her is the absolute truth. And whatever she say to me, I know that is a fact. Because she never come into wild assumption and them something. She have to know them things there. And she was close to people in the Jamaica Labour Party. And she knew that the entire Westmoreland was going green 3 years before election. And that's exactly what happened.
What makes you did say so?
Because she know about the plan. It was planned enough. All right, listen. Today the risers might get excited based on the fact that the PNP have 28 seats.
They must celebrate victory. I force me see all them sitting here, you know?
Yeah, I saw this man. All right, look at them junior minister. Why you gonna look at them junior minister? Then? I saw look funny looking people in the boss man.
What kind of people?
Oh,
okay.
Funny looking people.
Mm-hmm.
When them unpick.
Mm-hmm.
We destroy the People National Party. Then indoctrinate them.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that.
Okay.
And them, those were the people that was on social media, you know, that destroy Portia Simpson, you know, and Peter Phillips and Lady Lisa and the boss man in quick succession, you know. Those are the people, you know, them. I tell you that they were well organized. All right, you were on social media around about that time, don't you? You know, so how organized they were.
Well,
and everything them say, them compliment it. And listen, are the most organized when I have ever seen.
They may have one sitting on Twitter where they name the attacking team. I mean, I say, what is the attacking team? The risers, they like Bunting send them up on social media to attack people. So they call themselves the attacking team. Newell, the guy down in St. Mary, he was one of them who carries the name attacking team on Twitter. So me never really get the fullness of what was going on until I saw that leak. Because you know, me just assume things. Yeah.
Exactly. When I'm in the business of speculating.
Yeah.
But remember that I told you long ago that there's nothing good in the PNP, why?
Yes, I mean, say, oh God, really?
What PJ Patterson did before and stepped down, you know, was a master stroke, you know. Him pack up the PNP YO, you know, with the Rise United, you know. Right, Rise United, when you know.
How can PJ do that? Because we don't really want to make an assumption from PJ neither.
What PJ Patterson, yeah, right, this is most of 90% of them in the YO. I aim educate them, you know, through using when you know Peter David Bunting and Gold, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because what you do, all right. For instance, it's planned to overthrow, change the name from PNP to Risers. There are some things that he knew that he have to get done. PJ Patterson is not a political novice. When he was prime minister, he was the brightest mind on this side of the world, and also on the other side of the world. So when you see he come down now, at this point, and murder is his legacy, you must know how this meant to him, you know, to destroy the PNP, you know. The man murder in legacy, you know. Because more people know. Listen, it will unfold as the day unfold. More people is gonna know over the next 10, 15, 20 years that what took place in the PNP is PJ Patterson is a mastermind. Because why you have to give him that long? Jamaican people are slow learners. And there's no guarantee that in the next 15, 20 years they will know. There's no guarantee.
So to wrap up here now, we're coming up on an hour. So to wrap up here now, You are saying to my audience and the people here at JPU that it's your opinion that the PNP is going to be out in the wilderness
The
again.
risers will stay in opposition for a
Okay.
long time. Fine, because what really happening is that as soon as the PNP people know the truth, you're going to see that big separation between Rise United and PNP.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The only way the delegates is going to know what is really going on is the next conference a year time.
There will be no conference this year, correct?
As them get so they got away with that.
Okay.
You understand? And you can't quarrel with them for use the just concluded election as a pretext not to keep
public session. Okay.
A public session. You can't. Nobody can question that. But next year, the delegates them is gonna know that they're powerless. Their service is no longer needed.
That's sad though, man. Oh God.
The moment that happened, you're going to see people stay far from the Rise United. So you're going to see that, you're going to see, before even them change their name, you're going to see a bigger division than what you are seeing now.
Wow. So the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, he is 53-year-old now. Right? So in the next 10 years, he must 63. So
what he need to do is to win the next election and become the first Prime Minister in Jamaica to win 4 consecutive terms. And then step down at some point, going into their fifth term.
Step down in that 4th term.
You understand what I'm saying?
And
after the 4th term, and they will win it and become the first 4th term Prime Minister. So after him won that election now, after him win that election now, he can step down going into the 5th term. He can step down at some point.
So you think the 4th term is very possible for this government?
Well, I'll tell you something. Mark Gordon will still remain a British subject in the eyes of Jamaican people. His color not going to change. And the Jamaican people is not going to give him the chance to embarrass Jamaican internationally by giving the entire world the impression that no black man or black person in Jamaica have the capability to run Jamaica in the 21st century. That is an insult to Jamaica internationally. The 17% of the people who could not wait to embarrass Jamaica, maybe over time, they will realize that too.
You think that played a role in this election, though?
Of course. And we must remember, I'm telling you another thing a lot of people don't know. Jamaica population is maybe just over 3 million. Or just under 3 million. But it's the same amount of population. Jamaica population, the people that live in the diaspora, the same amount of people live in the diaspora. And that's Jamaican. Fine? And for them to give away them bragging right, or there's something I can't really remember. But there's a bragging rights against different nationality wherever you live outside of Jamaica. Maybe at the workplace, maybe in the community that you live, or your family that you build outside of Jamaica. When a white man become head of state, especially in the 21st century, it embarrassed them. It embarrassed them, because what is showing the world that every black man is an idiot in Jamaica. And what is going on in Africa now? Where all eyes are turned to Africa now in the boss man. And for us to embarrass ourselves, boss man, you think anything easy? You think it's a joke tonight? Well, I have pride. That's the word I was looking for, pride. You can't rob, you couldn't rob people out of pride, boss man. You can't do that. Or if you do that, then no, all right, let me tell you something. Well, you have to understand again. If it was a Bill Clinton, a Kennedy, or a Abraham Lincoln was running for Prime Minister in Jamaica, I would have voted for them. And why I would vote for them is that those people have too much black inside of them. And you see it after the bat. You can't listen, certain things in life, you can't fake, You cannot fake. You can only trick a small amount of people, But an intelligent person, as you show up, they're going to say straight through, boss. I wonder if you understand what I say. So Mark Golan have so many things that was going against him,
You think it's because he doesn't seem to understand the average Jamaican and coming out and first public speech he made put me Mark Golan there, make me and my Tapanaris friend them around the country. Like you can't understand black people and Jamaican people to make a speech like that. So the fact that he is so detached, I should say, from the culture, the people, the history, and them something there. Boy, I mean, I know.
Do you have, all right?
I don't really think in Britishness or whatever played a more significant role than the fact that he is so detached in every way from your average Jamaican.
All right. What happened? What you have to understand, You say his first speech, the first interview he got after he became party leader, and the reporter, the journalist asked him which year the PNP was formed, and he did not know. He did not know. And the sad thing about it is that intelligent people heard that. You must remember, it's only 39.34% of the people that came out to vote.
Okay.
You must remember, and this election was the most highly anticipated election we ever have in years.
It's the most intense I've seen. Really and truly the most intense, yeah.
I wouldn't say the most intense.
What?
I would say the most anticipation. Why I would say, make I tell you why. You see, in the 70s, all of those election was intense, because of the political friction and political people were dying to politics.
Well, I guess I could say in modern era, really, because
Oh yes.
the amount of lies that were told, the character assassination, I've never seen it in my life. I was born in the 80s, but of course we know the history of our politics from before my time. But the lies, the character assassination of another person, I don't know if we have seen this in the history of our politics.
But Queen, what you need to put next to memory is that Mark Golan, Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell is not in any position to talk for these say anything bad about the Prime Minister, because they proved to Jamaica that they are very corrupt people. So that was their problem, big problem. And then you see the stunt what that in try to pull for the Prime Minister.
Which one?
On the debate.
The bird paper stunt?
With the bird. That improve himself to the entire to the about the independent thinkers. That is a dangerous man.
In what way?
Listen,
in what way?
To pull a stunt like listen, the man do not have a Jamaican birth certificate. Among other things. Listen, among other things. In born 1965.
Why do you keep saying not just you, but why people keep saying him not have a Jamaican birth paper? Him not take out the birth paper and show?
Listen to me. His birth paper has been an issue for the past 5 years. Right? And in reality, it shouldn't have been. Because if you're born 6 years ago, why would you have a birth certificate issue 6 years after? When birth certificate is a government document and it's a free. All right. So it's a situation in which him come from a very poor family. And they never have the money for buy certificate. They have birth certificate. The birth certificate is free something.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to have one. If it lost, it can be replaced.
So when I'm showing at the debate, not the birth paper I'm showing at the debate.
It did not show the birth paper in the debate.
And when I'm sure then?
It did not show it. It just come with a stunt.
When I'm sure then? You see
Nobody
the paper?
All right. It was sent to me, Zoom, right? And even when it was Zoom, you could not make out a word on the piece of paper that is shown. But what Jamaican people hard to know is this. Every Jamaican document, whether it's a passport or birth certificate or any other document, have Jamaica written on it in bold writing.
One of our subscribers say it wasn't a birth certificate, it was a birth certificate form.
No, listen, people can say whatever they want to say now. But the truth is, they are speculating because nobody can read anything on it.
Yeah, I tried to look at it, but I couldn't make anything out.
Nobody can make out anything. And for him to create a stunt, listen, is a drone person catching after straw, would have done something like that, Fine? But the fact of the matter is that what Dean Jackson Miller is going to think about him today, one of his biggest fans. I want to understand what I said. All who that supported him, including Joseph Matalan, who because I know a PJ Patterson stunt like I never brain him. The only person can tell you to do that a PJ Patterson.
The birth paper something?
No most PJ Patterson for popular stunt like that, boss man. It's all that top criminal can listen. I don't even stunt that And then you know what he said? He have a copy for the Prime Minister. Listen, it can't get better than that, You hear me?
Yeah.
And then the bloggers have come out on social media and told us that they have something like that too. That's a question though. Can you get to us like that?
No.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand? What I'm saying to the people from the lower socio-economical community, and this talk is a very serious talk. You're not hurting me. You're not hurting Karen Cross. You're not hurting the Queen, what we're talking now. You're not hurting Michelle Stern or any one of us in the resistance. Because there's a lot of people in the resistance that fought gallantly. And I must commend them for that. Fine? You're not hurting none of them. You can't hurt none of them. You're hurting your great-great-grandchildren them because you're telling political leaders our politician that is that we have a set of idiot and that hurt all of us right across the board.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing that for $5,000 and maybe less. It's sad. You can't do that. How country develop like that, boss man? How can a country develop on deception?
Mm-hmm.
How can a country develop on deception?
So,
where that happen?
So what you think I go on now in the parliament where, you know, this term is concerned? The 28 versus the 35. What you think I go on in there?
What will happen is that the Jamaica Labour Party have a more organized team and more experience. They get more experience over the 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the team with them have. Let me tell you something. Today is a Jamaica Labour Party run parliament. The last debate that I saw, Dr. Andrew Oles angle Mark Golin, we have never seen anything. The PNP have never seen anything like that in our political history. Dr. Andrew Oles, brilliant. Dr. Andrew Oles, a masterpiece. And I will say it again, none of who is talking can question the Prime Minister integrity. They are not in a position to do that. They are not in a position to do that. Among other things,
hold on there.
Mark Golin, listen to this. Listen to this. It's a bombshell what people are doing. Mark Golin is the highest paid politician in Jamaica. The Prime Minister only collect $9 million per annum. Mark Golin is collecting $25 million per annum. The raise that they gave the Prime Minister, he did not take it.
But the Prime Minister did not drive that home enough before the election. But anyway, since you talk about integrity, you said them cannot question the Prime Minister's integrity. However, do you think that the Prime Minister will have to settle the integrity matter with the IC and them something before the next election?
Let me tell you something. Mark Golin say them have the money, I pay people to pressure the Prime Minister. Despite them so how much bank book the Prime Minister have. At no given time, they can say that Prime Minister thief from there or whatever. And that's where they fall short. Because anybody can have any amount of bank book them. But did he thief any money from anywhere to put in it? That's why they need to come with and they can't do that.
So you think they might come back and run for all of them character assassination?
No, sir.
They might go find one different card, you know.
They might go find a way in there. And you know who is a mastermind for propaganda? The greatest weapon?
Who that? PJ?
I will tell you that. Boss one, when a man can think 20 years ahead, you see, if you realize, PJ Patterson have everything in place,
So what about Dan Anderson? Because the poll was another good tactic. Well, I guess good to them. Dan Anderson and them heap a poll sitting there. What am I gonna do now? Because Dan Anderson can't come back and talk to people them after this,
My feel say he's gonna retire out of this.
Okay. All right.
I think he's gonna retire.
I thank you for stopping by here. I hope to talk to you again sometime soon. We don't know what's gonna develop because the whole thing is unpredictable. So make us see what could go on. Right?
I wanna say the whole thing is unpredictable. It will unfold in its own time.
Okay.
But we know exactly what we are saying because up to now, I was touched upon the Melissa Sylvia issue, time out on me, but that is a very important topic to discuss because the fact of the matter is that why Julian Silvera would murder his wife knowing that she is PJ Patterson goddaughter and expect to get away with it. There is more. I think 3/4 of the story is not yet been told.
All right. Well, come back and chat with us next time, and we'll follow up. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man.
And listeners, respect.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Have a good night.
Respect.
Yes, guys. So that was an ex-comrade. Said he'd been a part of the PNP for a better part of 50 years. Has seen many leaders and many things, and he's saying that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, is going to be there for another 10 years, or at least the JLP is poised for another 10 years, while the PNP will be in the wilderness. I don't know what you guys think about that. Very interesting discussion here tonight. Yeah, next time he will come back again, man. He'll come back again next time. Thank you so much for joining. So for those of you who are just joining, in the beginning of the program, I played a clip where the first sitting of Parliament, Prime Minister of Jamaica, made an important speech about the quorum, because we know that after the last election, to see how people were boisterous and hostile and vile, we are expecting to see that in the Parliament. We have concerns about that as members of the public who have an interest, in the whole thing. So quite frankly, I'm very glad that the Prime Minister decided to lay the foundation for the tone that we, the Jamaican people, expect to see and hear in the Parliament. So I'm just going to leave off by playing that clip so you can see it. You want to screen record it and share it with somebody, because we will be holding them to, the tone that we expect. We don't want to see no market style behavior in the Parliament. That is a big turnoff. I may already say that me not plan for watch Parliament. I don't plan for watch Parliament. I that me say from the beginning. Remember? Because of them I drop draws people here. Well, I'm encouraged to hear the Prime Minister address it, because if I want hear market behavior and market style behavior, I'm going to go down a market. But with these people, that's all you can expect from them, right? So, make we see. I thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure that you hit the like button on the way out. And I'll catch up with you guys. Take care of yourselves and have a good night until next time.
Madam Speaker, debate at its noblest is not combat. I will repeat that for some members here to ruminate on. Debate at its noblest is not combat. It's not fighting, but dialogue of conviction, where truth is tested, yes, but not trampled. And persuasion is achieved through reason rather than rancor. If we lose civility, we lose the very essence of our democracy. For cooperation is not weakness, but wisdom. And respect across the aisle does not diminish one's position. It elevates the dignity of this House. Let us remember, the people did not send us here to perform discord, but to deliberate on their behalf with clarity of mind and charity of spirit. My fellow Jamaicans, my colleagues.
Yeah, guys, Me didn't want to show you something. I'm glad I remember before the program log off. I want to give a shout out to our subscribers. I met this beautiful lady in Fort Lauderdale Airport last week. Last week or this week, last week, I don't remember. But anyway, she's one of our subscribers over here, and it was such a pleasant and interesting encounter. So, I just want to give a shout out to her and her husband. We had a good conversation. So if they're here and if they're listening, big up on yourself, and thank you guys so much for not being shy and coming up and say hi and stuff like that. So that is good. Anytime we subscribe, them see me on the road, when nobody ramp with me, want to come say hi, because we are one over here. So guys, let us catch up tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care.
Yo, JPU, Jamaica Politics Uncovered. This one for the Queen of Truth, Natalie. Natalie, you are one of the best. No test, JPU channel, pass the truth quest. Them are hide facts, you tear down the wall. Bringing info to the people, big up for y'all. From Parliament floor to country lane, JPU show the game. No stain. We love you, Natalie. Best YouTube channel, JPU, one fast. Check JPU, one true, check to deliver for you. Come check the channel, people them voice. Watch how you dissect the political scene. Clean information, no in between. We salute your hustle, your passion, your might. JPU shining light on the darkest night. Don't make them distract you, stay firm and true. You all of Jamaica, big up you. We love you. Best YouTube channel, JPU, one fast. Check JPU, one true, check put the liver for you. Come check the channel, people them voice.
Beats him, I send horns echo.